Mike McCarthy yesterday putting a stake in the heart of you and Bobby Belt by saying, Kellen Moore, let me get the exact quote, because I couldn't believe this was the exact quote. John Machota tweeted it out. I've been where Kellen has been. Kellen wants to light the scoreboard up, but I want to run the damn ball so I can rest my defense. And man, I know that destroyed you and Bobby.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it's just unfortunate that, Mike, for all the analytics training he went through in that 1 year off, where he did all this analytics work, that he has decided to get in the time machine. Called up Back to the Future, got the time machine, and went back in time to 1994. It's wonderful to hear. Just music to my ears. Can't wait. Can't wait for this season.
The new OC is what he was known for.
Shoddy? Yeah, he was known for shoddy offenses. He invented the ground and pound, which happens with the Jets. You know why you do an offense like that? When Mark Sanchez is your quarterback. If you think Dak Prescott's a great quarterback, then you don't do that kind of offense. Maybe this says a lot about Dak Prescott.
I think it does. It's an indictment.
It is definitely an indictment.
Indictment of the quarterback.
As I saw on one of the shows, Scott.
Oh.
Did he regress?
Dang it. That's better than mine.
It's very good. It's very good. I like indictment too, though.
Okay.
Listen.
Scott.
Do you think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to go to a run-first offense? You think Cincinnati and Buffalo are going to go run first? No.
They got studs. We don't.
You go there out of necessity and necessity only. This is not the right way to win. I think the Cowboys have always that they're going about it all wrong. They're not trying to build a dynasty. They're trying to win a single year. That is a tough way to do it. If you don't have Patrick Mahomes, your only goal is to try to find a way to get him. And if it's not him, create him by getting another quarterback. That's it. Otherwise, you're going to go down this road and you're going to try to steal a title. Okay, good luck. It's worked so well for 30 years.
I think I'm supporting it because I know what the ceiling is. We've hit a ceiling, I believe.
With Dak?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You could play San Francisco 10 times. I think the Cowboys may win 2 or 3 of those games. Like, as soon as Tony Pollard got hurt, that was over. Dak was not going to beat the 49ers. So if you're not going to move on from the quarterback, which they can't financially, then how else can you do it? Mike McCarthy, honing it back a little bit, maybe invest a little bit more on the defensive side. That is a different way to do it, and I think that's what the Cowboys are going to try and do. I think. He keeps talking about the turnovers, So will this limit? Steven was asked about this. Can a scheme change fix interceptions?
That's a great question for Mike and Coach Schottenheimer, but that's obviously what they're going to be working on. I think everybody knows that hadn't been like Dak to have these interceptions, and I think I read somewhere he said absolutely not going to happen again, according to Dak. But obviously we need to, as an organization, a staff, coaching staff, Coach McCarthy's staff, help him work through those.
So, let's get to some overreactions.
All right, overreactions. Start with the Cowboys. The Cowboys' offense will be worse next year.
Okay, so they were 11th in yards last year. They were 4th in points. But then the 2 Dak factors, he missed games and he threw a career high in picks. I think based upon McCarthy, the numbers will be worse. But I don't know. Because Dak missed the games, I'm going to assume he plays all the games, and he's not going to throw 15 interceptions again. What do you think? That's a tough question.
I do think that, being higher than 4th in points, it's tough to say yes to.
Right.
Their offense is not going to be, look, the Chargers will probably score more, the Chiefs will probably score more, Buffalo, whatever. Who knows if Philadelphia?
I thought Kellen was going to screw up the Chargers and Herbert like he did here.
Well, you would think so, but I think, who knows? I think they'll be higher in yards, though. I think they'll be in the top 10 in yards gained.
Despite what McCarthy just told the media.
Yeah, because I think the problem is you could say all you want. When you get into the middle of the game, things change.
Yeah.
And if they start loading up against the run, then Dak's going to throw the ball. I think it's going to change a little bit. Next one. Another Cowboy one. Overreaction or not, Tony Pollard is different and should be paid as such.
No, not for a long-term deal. No. No long-term extension. That is out for Tony Pollard. Heck, Steven was even asked, he's like, yeah, we'll use the tag. We can use the tag. Are you going to use it on Tony?
It's not out of the question, but we certainly hadn't determined whether we'll do that or not. More than likely, we'll use our tag, though. Not necessarily on Tony, but we'll use our tag.
Who?
Who else could you use it on?
Bill Barnwell said that Tony Pollard, his contract, could be looking in the range of 1 year, $6 million.
Huh. I haven't heard anyone else say that. That's interesting.
And he's like, he's probably not he might not be ready for camp, about the injury. If he is ready, it'll be close. That's probably going to hinder his what he could get on the open market.
I'd sign up for 1 for $6.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Okay.
I don't like paying the running back, but that's not really paying the running back. That's it's fairly inexpensive. I think you can get a lot of Tony's production at a much reduced rate in the draft, but
I think this might be one of those times when I would let him go test the market. Go see what you can bring back coming off an injury. Or they decide to tag him because they're scared of someone doing that. If we're going to do 1 for $6, are we pinching pennies if it's 1 for $10, the official tag number?
Big number. It's a big difference, right? At $4 million, $4 million is a couple of role players on your defense.
Yeah.
That's
everyone's
depth.
Everyone's talking about McCarthy's. Tannenbaum is shaking his head no right now. Everyone's talking about McCarthy's quote right now on television. Go on over there. See if you can turn this up. Let's see if Ryan Clark is going off live on TV on McCarthy. And let me know.
On ESPN there, champ.
I was on ESPN too, apparently.
Is he killing him? Go ahead, turn it up. Let's see what he's saying.
Highest scoring offense that we've had in the last 2 seasons in the entire NFL. This is almost just passing the buck off on a guy who is no longer there. This is taking shots at a man who no longer has the microphone in Dallas and almost saying that he's the entire reason you don't win the game in San Francisco or you lose the home game in the wild card round the year before. I don't like this. To me, this is shady. To me, this is a dude that can't be trusted, and is also a head coach that refuses to be accountable. The last I checked, Kellen Moore wasn't in charge of clock management. Kellen Moore wasn't in charge of the entire football team being disciplined, not getting penalties. Maybe y'all should ask Mike McCarthy about that, because it doesn't matter if you run the ball well, if you can't stay on sides. It doesn't matter if you have illegal motions. If you can't figure out that 14 seconds is too long, too short to run a draw and spike it and get a field goal. So stop putting it on other people when you pay to run the organization. Oh, my bad.
Enough talking. We don't need to
turn this down for a sec. Stephen A. has walked into the studio unscheduled. Go ahead. Turn it up.
But I know you can hear me. I got to say something to the American public right now. That's a fly jacket right there.
Oh, God. Come on.
That's pretty smooth right there. I mean, that looks smooth.
Turn this off. Get it out. Dude, Ryan Clark just went hard at McCarthy.
Yeah.
They just call him untrustworthy?
We turned that up at the right time.
Shady? He just what? Man, I don't know if this is. You think any of this is scapegoating from Mike? He said Kellen did a hell of a job. I think differently. We're going to change 25 to 30% of the offense. We want to be a little bit more balanced. Have you taken any of this as throwing Kellen under the bus? Mike just wants to be more in control of where his expertise is in what people are calling another make or break here. And I'm not defending McCarthy as a McCarthy kiss ass because he's on with us and we like him coming on with us and he's been fantastic on the radio. Well, have you gotten one feeling of this being sketchy? I'm not saying Kellen Moore has not. I've said Kellen Moore may have been treated a little bit unfairly by the fan base, but it would be very hypocritical of me as a control freak myself, watched the Bobby Belt golf videos yesterday, for me to kill Mike for wanting to be in control of his baby, which is the offense. Have you thought any of this is sketchy?
I haven't, but it's a great point. I mean,
thank you.
Why is he?
Ryan Clark.
Yeah, right. Why is he throwing Kellen under the bus?
Is he?
Yeah.
How? How's he throwing him under the bus?
Kellen, all Kellen cares about is being the number one offense. I got to worry about all the other things. All he cares about is scoring the most points. Todd Monken, who was the offensive coordinator at Georgia, said, I don't like being I don't want to be a head coach. All I have to worry about is scoring the most points in the league I can. That's my job. My job is to score points. My job is not to worry about the defense, not worry about the clock. My job is to score points. That's the offensive coordinator's literal job. That's their job.